Hello, my name is Artisan, and I'm here to provide you a reading for this upcoming full moon and solstice time of December 2024. I'll be presenting this deck, my Astro Herbal, with each of the 12 signs to provide clarifying messages to support, nourish, and nurture your own nature. During this time, I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope that these messages assist you along your way. Thank you very much, and now let's begin. So Aries, to help support your nature at this time, you're given the card Red Ginseng. Now, Red Ginseng gives a lot of kick into your punch. It helps fight fatigue, and its actual message is maximum energy here. So you're looking at this carryover of drive that is really pushing you forward. Now, this is a Jupiterian and Aries card, so this could be an expansion of your own essence of something that is innately attuned to who you are or how you are or what you're just currently into. That could be just something that is coming up at the moment. So insight to assist you there. Now, to help nourish your nature at this time, you're given the plant of noni. Now, noni is this Hawaiian fruit. Its message is exotic restoration. This is a 𝒛ɪᴍᴇ괱ᴛᴍᴘ card. So it's about connecting or creating with that close to the home or family. So with this being about exotic restoration, maybe it's about doing something that you haven't done in a while, or maybe there's something that is out of the norm that may introduce a new element to the table. Regardless, another good insight to receive on your journey. And lastly, to help nurture you at this time, you're given the message of red chestnut, which is about being space. Now, to be space is two methods. One, to allow space between that and which you obtaining. That gives you the ability to breathe and set your sights on it. But to be space means just to be in space. You are observing, you are taking in, you are allowing yourself to be the observer so that you may pick up something that is external to you. You are the space for something to occur. Now, this is a Jupiterian Sagittarian card. So this is about expanding your horizon. Maybe it's the way that you are looking for higher knowledge, or maybe it's something associated with the method of how you actually want to advance in your own field or study or even religion. Regardless, this is a ability to listen just as much as observe. We want to take in the world. So to review that, it's about maximum energy, and then through exotic restoration and being space, you should culminate anything that is necessary for you to arrive where you need to at this time, Aries. So thank you for tuning in, and may these messages assist you. Now to the next sign, Taurus. Taurus, to help support your nature at this time, you're given the message from 𝒟𝒐𝒻. Now, 𝒟𝒐𝒻 is about divine rejuvenation here. Because its ability to actually regenerate 7 types of tissues, it has this extra punch to it, which is always capable of taking on not only more, but being able to be versatile. Now, on top of that, this is a Jupiterian Leo card. So this is about an expansion of who you are. Maybe there's a versatility in who you are and how you are at this time that is supporting your nature to be adaptable to what is going on. The divine rejuvenation, though, is always giving me the idea of connecting to see the divinity, see the light, see the potential of the cosmos, and to take that in to bring us back and whole once more. So may that support you. Next up, to nourish you on this journey, Taurus, you're given the message from elderberry. Elderberry, which is great for seasonal allergies as well as colds and all sorts of other stuff. It's a great pick-me-up for your immune system. So elderberry is a spiritual guardian as a message. And this is a Saturnian yet Capricornian card. So it's very much about making sure that you're going to set your boundaries to see where your potential is for the long lasting. You want this to count. And at the same time, too, as a spiritual guardian, you have this structure supporting you that may not always be seen, but at the same time too is protecting you and ensuring that you are staying on the path necessary. So elderberry is definitely one that brings a lot of wisdom, and hopefully that insight assists you to be more nourished, so it fills you up with energy. So that spiritual guardian should encourage you to fill your spirit so that you're driven forward in the way unlike ever before. So to add to that, in your final part about nurturing, is from the flower essence, agrimony. Now, agrimony is about being true. This is a Jupiterian yet Gemini card. This card is about expanding to connect, but expressing yourself for who you are, actually who you are, not like who you want to be or what people perceive of you, but the nature of who you are. What gifts are from the natural construct of who you are, not tied to any specific outcome, where you can actually express yourself as you are. Now, that's something that we all have to consider if we're being honest to ourselves, but over time, may that message assist you. So to review that, it's about divine rejuvenation to support you. Then you're provided by spiritual guardianship, in which it's encouraging you to feel nourished and to help nurture you and make you feel comforted. It's about being true. So as long as you're true to yourself, you should feel comfort in your own shoes and your own path. So hopefully that message assists you, Taurus, and thank you for tuning in. So moving on to the next sign, Gemini. Now, Gemini, to help support your nature at this time, you're given the card of Wild Yarrow. Now, Wild Yarrow is about cooling down. This is a Jupiterian yet Virgonian card. So it's about going deep into it. Now, this is something that is used to address inflammation and aches and stuff like that. And its ability to go in and address the flame up is its ability to seize and address where it's gone out of control. So maybe that you have to go deep into bringing condensity into a matter that is in focus for you or for you yourself. And for this Jupiterian and Virgo card, it's about expanding the way that you're looking at the details, expanding your way that you're looking at and experiencing that harvest at the end of the year. When you ask yourself, what do I have with me? Does it matter? Does it count? And will it last? Those types of questions, they dive into that depth, and they allow you to have more resources at hand so you're better prepared. So let's see here. To help support you at this time, Gemini, you're given the plant of oregano. This is about protective love. This is a Venusian yet Sagittarian card, so it's not only about connecting and experiencing in creation, but it's about seeing at a new horizon, seeing at a higher level, being able to witness it and experience it at a depth that is unlike ever before, really. And the protective love from here for oregano being one of the greatest mouth tonics that you can swish-wash with oregano essential oil. And the way in which oregano works through its anti-parasitic methods is super helpful, that we can utilize something so simple as a seasoning to assist our bodies to heal. And that type of protective love, that something so simple, yet we have such an abundance of, can be so assisting to us, to ourselves, to our body, from that wants to harm us and eat us and use us. So it's a real insightful card to understand that, to put yourself in this position, that to encourage you at this time to feel nourished, to feel full. It's about recognizing that protective love. So hopefully that message assists you, Gemini. And last message for you, Gemini, is your flower essence. Now this is to nurture you. And this is the message of Wild Rose. This is be focused. This is a Venusian yet Libra card. So it's about connecting and creating with balance, with that which comes to reflect into the world. Now, being focused means that you need to utilize your vision, utilize your perception to ensure that you're concentrating on where you need to be and where you need to go. So as long as you are given enough energy and focus, that should assist you to nurture you so that you are actually acknowledging aspects that maybe are necessary for your own self at this time, because it may be overwhelming, or it may be that there's so much on the plate with the seasonal holidays at play. We need to consider that being focused gives us the ability to give our best, especially in the ever-presence of now. So may that assist you, Gemini, and thank you for tuning in. And on to our next sign, we have Cancer. So to help nurture you, to help support your nature, Cancer, we have ashwagandha. The ashwagandha is about extra tolerance. This is a Mars at Libra card. So it's about taking action, but in balance. So in those types of instances with extra tolerance, maybe it's not about just rushing and getting it out as fast as you can. Maybe it's about recognizing that there's a process, and sometimes we can't control everything. And it's to be tolerant of the situation, knowing that universe provides you with the journey necessary for the amount of growth necessary for you to undergo whatever upgrade or karmic resolution that you are seeking at this time, especially with energies prayer one. Now, the extra tolerance could be that there's a lot going on, or there's a lot that may not be in your favor, and you just have to tolerate that. And this Mars and Libra card means that there is a balance. You can't overdo it. We're currently in a Mars retrograde, so at this time too, we need to reconsider, revisit, and prioritize our type of actions that are available to us, and how we want to correct that going forward come the new year. So with that, may the extra tolerance assist you, Cancer. Now, to help nourish you at this time, you're given the plant of garlic. Garlic gives a strong sense. And because it's able to expel and work on a number of methods in your body to assist and actually support your immune system, the ability to have a strong sense gives you a clearing. It opens it up so that you can actually sharpen up your senses. And because it's such a strong sense, it's able to carry a lot. It's able to express yourself outward so that there's a release. Now, this is a Mars in Virgo, so it's about releasing a method that will heal you, that will bring closing, that will work at the details in a way of your actions. Maybe there's a strong sense that you yourself looking to create that nourishment for yourself is through your experience. So may that assist you. Now, your last card, Cancer, is a flower essence of wild oat. And wild oat is about being forward. So maybe to nurture yourself at this time, you need to express yourself. You need to be direct. This is a Jupiterian yet Sagittarian card. So is there somewhere you'd like to go? Is there an expansion or higher learning or knowledge that you're seeking that is just beyond the horizon, that simply just beckons for you? So maybe you can proceed with that, and that will assist you to discover something not only within yourself, but that will take you on a journey that is waiting for you just around the corner. So hopefully that helps you, Cancer. Thank you for tuning in, and may these messages assist you. So moving on to the next sign, which is Leo. Leo, to help support your nature at this time, you're provided the message from 𝒤𝒻𝒊𝑅. As 𝒤𝒻𝒊𝑅 is a balancing act because it's able to assist you in hormones and hormonal balancing. It is one of a feminine calling. It's also able to make clearings and clear away any infections in a good manner. Now, this works because we can get thrown off at our hormones, which so many are potentially vital for us to operate on a daily basis. And to be out of balance can let us lose ourselves as we let our bodies focus on other parts that aren't necessarily given the need that they require to meet what is asking of us, I should say, from universe at that time. So we need to be able to deliver ourselves in the best possible manner. And having a balancing act is about making sure that you bring order to chaos so that you're able to utilize the functionality in a lot better sense. And because this is a Venusian Cancer card, it's about how you're connecting into your home. Is there a way that you're balancing your home life or your family life or those you love? Is there something that you're creating within the home or through your family or something that's close to you by the land? So that's something to consider. And let's see here. Yeah, it's definitely a balancing act. So allow that to come forth, and that will assist you on your journey and to help actually nourish you. So to give you energy, Leo, you're given the mushroom of enoki. And enoki is a multitude of might. So this is about having strength in numbers. So we want this Venusian Cancerian card to continue the message of creating in the home, of creating with family. So strengthen the community, strengthen your family, strengthen the home. There's a lot of this occurring maybe on your path or is being asked of you, but it's going to give you energy to connect and know that you have this multitude of might, that you have a collective force that is within your grasp that can assist you. And because it's creating within personal manner, you're going to recognize this within your own field, which is nice. It's good to have. And lastly, to help nurture you, which is to comfort you at this time, you are receiving the flower essence of Star of Bethlehem. And this is about being comforted. So out of all the comforts for nurturing, you're being comforting. And to be comforted means that you can relax in your own home. This is another Venusian yet Cancerian card. So it begs to differ. Is it that you are experiencing a lot of the Venusian and Cancerian energy at this time, where the theme very much is about family? It very much is about connecting and getting together and experiencing bonds that bring familiarity, as well as enter into our own connections that are vital for us to create in the world, experiences, memories. And who knows if we're co-creating in that brings in fruition. But the Star of Bethlehem is like a guiding star. Its ability to know that you are on your path, you're where you need to be. And to be comforted at this time knows that you're where you need to be. Exactly. And in the home, in your space, in your locality, even in your family, you have what you need. So honor that. And hopefully that assists you at this time, Leo. And thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it very much. Moving on to our next sign, which is Virgo. So Virgo, to provide you with support for your nature, at this time you're given the planet of 𝒤𝒻. Now this is cheerful grace. This is a Jupiterian yet Sagittarius card. This is an expansion, one that broadens your horizon, one that allows you to seek a higher knowledge. And because of its cheerful grace, it's able to give you a lot of experiences and take you on a journey of optimism and keep you enlightened to bring forth not only your potential, but your ultimate soul growth. So with this here, I would say that there's a lot coming your way that is going to broaden and expand, that is opening up. And 𝒤𝒻 is one of the highest of vitamin C. It's an antioxidant. And its ability to assist and heal the body, unlike other fruits of its nature, make it one of the most essential for anyone seeking to create a natural vitamin C-based solution. And that boosts their immune system so we can perform at our best. So the cheerful grace may be asking to give yourself the potential so that you are moving forward to stay optimistic so that you can seek a higher potential, which is always delightful. And to nourish you at this time, you're given the mushroom of chicken of the woods. Now, this is surprise abundance. So with this cheerful grace, maybe it's about having the mindset to welcome in abundance. And because this is a Jupiterian card as well, but with the Leo zodiacal placement, you're looking at the way it expresses and expands who you are. So this abundance is coming to you and how you're expressing yourself. This renewal of energy, the surprise of abundance is probably going to fill you with excitement. I know many who grew up around the Christmas or the holidays in general who seek to have this excitement fill them, that it can prevent them from doing basic functions like sleep or focus, because you can seek this greater call for something that is exciting, because it just truly encapsulates us into this focus driven, I don't know, it attracts us to the moment without being in that moment. So take with that what you will. And to actually help and assist you to be nurtured at this time for your nature, you're given the flower essence of white chestnut, Virgo. Now, white chestnut is about being mindful. This is a Jupiterian yet Capricornian card. So it's expanding in your ability to reach the highest highs and lows, the ability to structure and make sure that it's in for the long haul, but that it will expand and continue to expand so that you know the direction in which you're going. It's abundance. It's the ability to recognize the Yule time of year, which we're celebrating the abundance that we have from harvest. And white chestnut here is to be mindful of that. In a Capricornian sense, to be mindful is a broad spectrum. And to be mindful is to focus on the now. Now, as you observe, the mind itself can bring about potential concepts, ideas, and thoughts. But as we observe them and let them continue to pass along, we can witness ourselves as the witness. And as you observe, you may uncover something that may come to light, potentially assisting you on your journey. So who knows? May that nurture you along this time, Virgo, and I hope that these messages assisted you today. So thank you very much for tuning in, and may you have a blessed journey. Continuing on to our next sign, which is Libra. Libra, to help support your nature at this time, you're given the message from Cat's Claw. Now, Cat's Claw is about a deep revival. This is a Mars and Cancerian card, so it's about moving forward in the home, moving forward with family, driven passion in the family and home. Now, the Cat's Claw is great for digging deep into something and bringing it out. It's a deep revival. It's the ability to bring back something and restore it, because its ability to reach in and take out something that couldn't normally be reached. This is helping to create a mechanism that allows you to clear something that you couldn't have access for a while or it was hard to reach. So this deep revival really does bring your potential back up. And for it to occur in the home, maybe there's something that you're creating in the family, or there's something that's going forward motivated by the family and home that is assisting you at this time, Libra. And maybe it'll be something that will give you a way to reignite your home in a whole new fashion. So, good news. Yeah. And moving forward, to assist your nourishment, the way in which you're feeling fulfilled, your energy at this time, you're given the message from goji berry. Now, goji berries, which are a great antioxidant, and if you don't consume them, you totally should. These are great for you in a number of ways. Now, this is vigorous motivation. Like, you're driven. So it's Mars, and it's in Aries. So this is a very Mars Aries card. This is moving forward and saying, taking action, doing what needs to be done, and moving that foot forward in front of the other until you get there and get it all taken care of. This is such motivation to get it all done, because maybe there's a time or a deadline or something that's happening that is calling for so much to happen. But if you're willing, and if you're willing to actually feel motivated at this time, to feel full of energy and have the energy available to you, don't let that go to waste. Utilize the potential, utilize that moment, utilize every ounce of it, because your motivation is coming to make sure that everything is done right. It may be overwhelming, but if you really do drive yourself forward to do one thing from the other, focus on the next thing, you should be able to accomplish your task and goal. So the last thing I should say is to nurture you. You're given the flower essence of beach. This is be willing. It's not every day that we get an opportunity. And on top of that too, some of the opportunities require us to be willing to do it ourselves, being willing to take an action, be willing to stand up and do that. This is a Saturnian yet Taurus card. So this is about making choices in our reality, in the world, making choices that are long-term, that aren't easy, but are willing to take us on a path that is going to guide us to where we need to be. And to be willing is all it takes just to say yes. And we open up a gateway, we open up a doorway that builds a bridge as we're walking. And we don't know what's on the other side all the time, but being willing is the first step in which you're going to uncover that the door itself is a door that can open and take you somewhere new. So may that assist you at this time, Libra, and thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time today. That's just so nice of you. So thank you very much, and may you have a blessed journey. So moving on to our next sign, which is Scorpio. So Scorpio, to help support your nature at this time, you're given the message from Monarch Redstone. Now, this is a surface purifier, so it's to clear in what is visible. This is a 𝒛𝐍ᴜ𝒻𝒂𝐻𝐸𝑅 card. So the Aries here is a drive forward. It's an action, a reaction, it could even be. And to create in the first thing that you want to is a drive force that is giving you lots of passion, lots of heart to really do what you need to do. And I think that is going to give you not only what you are needing and required at this time to move forward, but it's going to take you where you need to be. Now, next up is to help nourish you at this time, and you're given the plant of rosemary. Now, rosemary is a cleanser, but it's also great for the memory, which is why the message is memory lane. This is a solar card, so it's about the sun, it's about shining. And on top of that too, it's a Virgonian card, so it's about making it healing, making it count, making it true, but focusing on that detail. So maybe we're focusing on our memories to be specific in that detail. And the memory lanes is that it's bringing about details that are healing in a way so that it allows us to shine. So that is a wonderful card to feel nourished. So maybe there's something that is bringing you light unlike ever before, Scorpio. And to nurture you at this time, Scorpio, you got scleranthus, which is be precise. Now, this flower essence is about making sure that what you're going to do counts. And on top of that, too, this Venusian yet Virgonian card is all about making an idea of what you're creating into the world come down to the details so that you know that when you are viewing it from further and further away, that the fractal nature of it comes together to be something that takes a brick and builds a mansion. So who knows, that could be something that works right up your alley. So I look forward to that. So be precise, and that will give you comfort in its own fashion and form. So thank you for tuning in, Scorpio, and I appreciate the time that we've spent together today. So moving on to our next sign, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, to help nurture you at this time, you're provided the plant of Poke. Poke provides divine protection. So fate, as you have a destiny, the spirit world, there may be something beyond you at this time that is protecting you and assisting you to ensure that you are on your right path, to make sure that you're bringing yourself whole once more and to do what your soul is called for. Now, this very much is Uranian and Scorpionic card. So this is about bringing something out of the blue that may not be seen in the light as common as everyday, like the soul or the esoteric. And this type of divine protection comes from those types of insights that we may discover something that is adhering to the natural functions of our reality, but inside it is an ontological creation unforming itself to create a message in which an experience and a witness are both coinciding to create a work of art together. That divine protection present gives you that experience and more. And we witness it unlike ever before. because there's all sorts of messages around us, and there's all sorts of occurrences that are happening in the world. So in all the chaos, know that there's something beyond us that is there to protect us. So that will assist you, Sagittarius. And to help nourish you at this time, Sagittarius, you're given cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper here is a spicy boost. This is a Mars in Aries. So this is very much a drive, a passion. And in a Mars retrograde, maybe it's a time to take action, but maybe it's a reaction. Maybe it's time to revisit a type of action that may have detoured a path of yours. Now it's time to revisit to see if you can not only restore it, but proceed in a manner that can get you back on track in a way that you didn't know was a path. Now, this is a spicy boost, so it's maybe giving you a kick in your step, and it's moving you forward in a fashion that is really much giving you all, I guess, all signs forward, all systems go. Essentially, all systems going. So this spicy boost is a nourishment. So that means that this nourishment, all systems go, is this like ability to know that you're able to react and be in that moment. You're able to actually drive forward and do what needs to be done so that it doesn't have to be something that's so simple. It doesn't have to be something that's so constructed. But at the same time, too, it's just your natural self shining. It's a spicy boost to be able to give a kick into it and give a little Italiano to your spicy boost, whether you're coming that from a pepper or you're looking at that from a nice little attitude sense. But that will give you nourishment, which is going to be wonderful because it's actually giving you a fiery reaction, which is Sagittarius is one of the greatest assets to be able to drive themselves is the ability to understand, learn, and expand in a way that is, going to take you beyond who you are in the moment of now. And anyway, to help nourish you was that. To help nurture you, which is more of a comfort, this is a feminine side, is flower essence of cherry plum. Now, this is be accurate. So maybe it's about being as true to the message as you can. Be clear, don't stand in the way of it, and just allow yourself to express it. Sometimes the message is your nature, and that nature is just expressing itself for what it is, how it is, even if it's just for the matter of the moment. You know in yourself that you're just needing to do something. So you just react and respond in a manner that you're trusting yourself, like you're walking a tightrope without having to focus on what's below. You just do the action, and what follows is the witness observing the reaction of the universe, observing itself through the action of the message. Now, if we are partaking in it and we are observing in it, that means the echo of the action in what we're expressing may have a fractal reaction. So it's about being accurate, knowing that if it echoes, you're echoing something that stays true to the message so that it reflects itself, or it reflects forward into a reality so that it stays in its proper aspect of even the composition. It's a method of utilizing the exact way that needs to be done. So, however that message is, this Venusian yet Virgonian card really is about creating in that detail. So really focus on that. So hopefully that assists you, Sagittarius, and thank you for tuning in. May that message also offer you some sort of blessing along the way. I don't know. You get to experience it. And I'm here just providing as a human being, doing a being of being. So moving on to our next sign, which is Capricorn. Capricorn, to help support your nature at this time, Capricorn, you're given 𝒞𝒨𝑅. Now, this is overcoming challenges. This is a Jupiterian yet Capricornian card. So it's expanding in who you are by your nature. And to overcome the challenges that may be present on this eve of your new cycle, whether it's your moon or solar, this new sense of Capricornian energies coming our way through the stellar constellations that are going to shine our keynote concept. It's about overcoming challenges. And the challenges that are present with us or coming our way that are going to take us to where we need to go may not always be easy. And it's not going to be something that is going to be done in a day. But to overcome them and to do them takes a little bit of courage, a little bit of action. But once we get the ball rolling, then you know that you can actually get there step by step until it's actually accomplished. And it should be done that way because we need to not only find a way to keep us going day by day, but to find a way to face the challenges and know that we can not only overcome them, but continue past them and utilize that growth, that experience to give us something that is not only going to help us, but to make the next challenge even easier. So that's wonderful. So next up, to help nourish you at this time, to give you energy, Capricorn, you got lion's mane. Now that's a mushroom of memory. It's sharper memory is the message. And it's a mercurial yet Aquarius card. So it's a way of connecting into the collective of a field almost, a way of a collective connectedness is this way of seeing a network. A network of neurons, for example, provides you the ability to create the function of thought. And to provide memory is an access of water. So we're able to utilize the electrical functionality, create a magnetic understanding of the memory in which we are locally adhered to. So in which we are accessing a sharper memory improves the brain, improves the way in which we're actually performing. And through utilizing a sharper memory, Capricorn, you're able to be a little more exacting in the way in which you are wanting to, I guess, find a solution. So having that sharper memory will give you the energy necessary so that you can accomplish what is needed of you at this time, in the future, in your new cycle, in the coming year. Whenever you're viewing this, that message is that, so good enough. And then our last card for you, Capricorn, is to nurture you, meaning to feel comforted. It's a feminine force compared to nourishment. So you're giving the message, which is a flower essence of crabapple. That's to be you. You don't need to be anyone else. You don't need to try to be anyone else. You don't need to think to be anyone else. You don't need to anything else. You just be you. And it's not hard. It's simple. It's this Venusian Aquarian card, which connects us back to lion's mane, in which we're connecting to the collective. We are a connected network, but the way in which performing and functioning is the nature I am. But the collective expressing itself through the energies it's perceiving on a global scale is a processing. Now, processing is mercurial. Creating is Venusian. So when this is Venusian in the Aquarius card, we want to actually create in it. We want to connect in it. We want to utilize it to bring us towards. Now, to be you means that you're creating in the collective by your essence of who you are. And that uniqueness is something that is unrivaled because it's not supposed to be anything but you. You can only do it in a natural sense like you. And even if it's subconscious, it's a nature of what brought you into who you are and how you are in the moments of now through experience. So maybe there's something inside that you're meant to hear, Capricorn, and it might provide you with something that is going to trigger or awaken a memory, an idea, a concept that may actually expand you for this coming new year that is ahead of us. So who knows what's awaiting for us. So thank you for tuning in, Capricorn, and I hope that message assists you. And moving on to our next sign, which is Aquarius. Aquarius, to help nurture you. No, to help support you. Yes, to help support your nature at this time, Aquarius. You're given the mushroom of turkey tail. Turkey tail assists our immune in many ways. And its message is blessed longevity. So maybe it's time to witness lots of time. And to witness so much of it that it's a blessing, to witness the amount of it, to witness the amount that could come of blessings in that time could be blessed. And this is a Mars and Libra card, so it's about a balancing act in your actions, but it's making sure that you're reflecting into the world what is necessary. And blessed longevity is making it count, making it stay true, but knowing that it's going to stay in the test of time. You know that it's going to be around and you want to depend on it. And a lot of stuff like that is to know that in your position, who you are, how you are, what's going on, this Aquarian energy you're experiencing is knowing that's going to be around for a while. And maybe there's a lot happening right now that it's knowing that it's a blessing. And maybe not everyone sees that, but know that through this message, you recognize it through the instance and through the perception. Your optimistic outlook could actually expand it to bring in something that you never even knew was coming. And to bring it forth for the nourishment, to help nourish you at this time, you're given the seed of Icelandic kelp. Now, this is great for iodine, but the message here is hidden treasure because it has so many nutrients and minerals in it that kelp can provide so much. And this is a Neptunian and Scorpion card. So it's about the waves, the ocean, the way in which we're having this psychic connection, just as much as we're having the essence of dreams and idealisms. And we're utilizing that to create this whole going to the depths of the shadow. Because when you dive down and find something that is going to awaken you to where you need to be and to discover something that you didn't know was even there, that's the idea of hidden treasure in a nutshell. Because you didn't know, you're able to actually perform and create a better action for yourself, a better reward that is not only necessary for you, but it's going to unlock the waters in a way that will show you something you didn't even know existed. So good for you, Aquarius. And lastly, to help nurture you at this time, Aquarius, like initially stated, you're given the flower essence of chicory. Now, chicory is about being selfless. This is a Jupiterian yet Piscean card. So it's about making sure that you expand cosmically in a way that you're giving yourself to the world. But at the same time, too, you're releasing. You are letting it be. You are allowing the space to exist in the world. But being selfless means that you are being there for others or being there for the world itself. And to expand the world is a contribution. It's a charity. So maybe there's something that you're providing into being, and that's going to give you comfort to be selfless, to be there for others, to just be simply can just provide a gift into the world that you never know may aid and assist somebody to find out their own heart, their own soul, their own fire and passion that really will give them what they need to so that they can actually unlock what is their next state of their journey, their next oncoming potential, their even compass to be driven. So that's interesting. So thank you for tuning in, Aquarius, and may that message assist you at this time. And moving on to our last sign of the day, which is Pisces. Pisces, to help support your nature at this time, you're given the card of 𝒑𝒮𝒯𝑅. Now, 𝒑𝒮𝒯𝑅 is great for expanding your brain for memory and functionality. It allows you to be sharper. Now, the message here is mental recovery. Maybe you're bringing something back. In my eyes, it's your mental potential. And because we're looking at a Mercurial yet Gemini card, it's the way that you're utilizing the processing to express yourself, to utilize the functionality of what it means to relay so that something can transport itself and transfer in a way that allows itself to exist and take new forms. And in doing so in an expression, we allow our ability to function at a better potential because we utilize something that assists us to become more available. So if we allow ourselves to become more mentally available, we may be able to provide more into the world by our own essence of what may come to mind simply. So something to consider. And to help nourish you at this time, to give you energy, which is a masculine drive, you got tarragon here. And this seasoning is about welcome desire. It's an herb, and welcome desire is knowing that like you already have a purpose and a drive, and you want to, and you're welcoming it closer. So you know that this is earning something that you wish to have in your reality. And that's the first basic principle of manifestation. Now, this is a Mars and Taurian card, so it's about taking action in the reality around you, taking action to do something that is in the world. So it's creating, it's a passion that is driven by how we're navigating it. So maybe it really is taking your time too, because when we're looking at the Taurian energy, it's a season. It doesn't complete itself in a day. It's a transition over time, over exchanging itself of ins and outs of breaths in which the cold and warm beckons itself until you reach the state of optimality in which you see a solstice occur. So maybe there's a solstice on your way in which you're aligning with your potential. So maybe that's something that will assist you, Pisces. And lastly, it's out nurture you. You're given flower essence of red clover. Red clover clears things up. It allows your limbs to just breathe and pass on what's necessary. And it's great for other things. Its message here is be pure. So maybe to help nurture yourself, just be pure. Stay true. Don't fall into anything. Don't allow yourself to be corrupted. Don't allow yourself to even give your energy and attention away where you don't need to. This is a Jupiterian yet Virgonian card. So we want to make sure that we're expanding the details where it counts, something that's going to last through the season, And at the same time, too, we want to focus on what brings about healing, potentiality. Being pure is something that's wholeness. It's something that is gold without the essence of gold. It's the idea of knowing that we want it to be as true as it can be. And maybe that's the message in its own right. So hopefully that assists you today, Pisces, and thank you for tuning in. May any of these messages assist you, and hopefully that this video that I continue to create month on month is doing good into the world. Even if it's not able to have a far reach, I see this exercise as a practical way of working with my own deck, providing messages into the world. And even if I look back on this as a method of divinative association to the times and essence of the signs, whether you looked at the astrological sense or you just look at the individual world-changing aspects of it all, I think it all comes down to how we navigate our nature in it all. At this time, I think I've been through a lot, and reflecting over the year, I've started this whole new channel for readings. I've done daily readings that I've released, and aside from one instance in which I was interrupted through the state, I'm pretty sure that I was providing the best of myself in my own art, in my own decks that I created into the world. And I think I want to give that gift again and again and again in ways that I don't even know. And that's what I'm working on, a number of decks at the moment that I'm looking to actually crowdfund. And if you're tuning into this, I mean, you're going to find out more information in time, but to find out what it's like to be the reader, the artist, the creator, it's nice knowing that I'm able to actually express this because I don't have too many outlets here. And I know that to do videos while you're also time constrained with everything else going on in the world, it's just like a lot. So I brought myself to be courageous today and to sit here and actually utilize my deck to give messages to everyone here today. I don't get paid. I don't get monetized. I don't do it for any of that. I just want to help utilize my deck, bring these messages to the world. It's an example. It's an outlet. And I'm glad I could do it. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the opportunity to seeing what potential is awaiting for you behind this and what I'm able to bring forth. I hope that I'm able to offer some sort of insight today. And if you've come across our path, then thank you for allowing that to happen, universe. And may it hopefully bring about something that is beneficial for both of us. So thank you very much and take care. And may you have a wonderful holiday. And this coming new year may be something exciting to bring about something that we can revitalize in a way that never thought possible. So let's see and let's awaken in a way that is really going to shine true to our own nature. So let that be. And as always, continue to stay true. Take care.